Today we'll be doing an EFT session for sinuses. One of the nice things about EFT for sinuses particularly is that many of the EFT sessions around the face are actually like where the sinuses can be drained better. So for the purpose of this one, if there are particular areas where you're really feeling facial pain from sinuses being clogged, feel free to spend extra time tapping whatever areas are more sensitive. So we'll begin with our palm. And remember, you can always switch for symmetry and do the other hand. Even though my sinuses are very active and painful and clogged today, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I would rather be fully healthy without any challenges with my sinus infections, I am very grateful for my body. And I know that if I feel good and if I do certain things, my body will be healthier. Even though I can feel all the sinus pressure in my head, I'm gonna do a little the back of the head because I feel a lot of just a lot of stuff going on in that area. Feel free to do that too. Like I said, any areas that feel sensitive, have at it. It's your face. It's your EFT session. So I'm gonna go back to the brows. Even though I would prefer, I'm gonna do slightly under the brows here too. There's one I like that's not exactly tapping, but you can take your knuckles and kind of wind them around your eyes. Oh, this feels really good. And you can just hold them if you need to. Remember to breathe with whatever you're doing. It's always better to do breath work when you're doing activities like EFT or yoga or TRE. Oh, it feels really nice. A lot better already. Even though my face is sensitive as I'm tapping, and I would prefer not to deal with all this sinus pressure in my head. I deeply love and accept myself. I know that when it comes to my sinus health, I am not helpless. That actually I can do a lot of things for my sinuses and for anything I'm dealing with, really. And even though I feel so heavy, it makes it harder to think when my sinuses are acting up. I deeply love and accept myself and recognize that everyone's body has different things to deal with. My body is not, less cool or less acceptable or loved or loving just because I'm dealing with a health challenge. I know that I can do a lot of things for my sinuses, and I'm grateful that this is one of them. That EFT is as simple as tapping my body in different areas. That's so cool. It doesn't cost any money. I just watch, the video. I can do this on my own. It's as easy as tap, tap, tap. When I first started experiencing sinus issues in college, all I wanted to do was sleep. And that was what I did. And actually that's really bad for sinuses because it basically your sinuses get looser if there's movement. That's why EFT can be really good for it. That's why one of the other things I like to do is listen to binaural beats. because it helps shift things. Also, like exercising, dancing, running, whatever like really shakes your head, even just like moving your head around like that. Ooh, can be good. Yeah, actually that feels pretty good. So yeah, even though I didn't respond the way I could have when I was younger to deal with sinus issues, and my doctors weren't particularly helpful because they were just like, here's some antibiotics, good luck. I know that there are things I can do, and if you're dealing with frequent sinus infections, I'm not saying not to go to your doctors, because it is important to see what might be causing that, especially if you're really worried. And hopefully any of the things I share on this channel can be complementary to what other medical or professional care you receive otherwise. So that's important to note for like anything I mention. As I say in the disclaimer, I'm not a doctor by any means. None of this is medical advice. It's just things that have helped me, and I hope they help you all too. Whew. So even though I'm dealing with these sinus things, I realize, as I tap more and more, I can actually let a lot of this sinus pain and pressure go. I do not need to keep this pain inside my body. I think sometimes we maybe think that we have to be in some sort of pain, and our bodies just want to do what we want them to do. So sometimes our bodies listen to our thoughts a little too well, or our feelings a little too well, and it can hurt us a little bit. That's why it's important to actively work with your thoughts for better outcomes, and to work with your emotions for better outcomes. We all deal with emotions and pain and health issues, but there are things we can do. Even though I have sinus pressure, I deeply love and accept myself, and I know that I can let go of the sinus pressure. I do not have to carry it with me into the next minute or hour or day or week or month. And if it does crop up again, hey, I can go back and do this EFT for sinuses again, and I can have relief again. And I deeply love and accept myself, and I'm happy that I found these tools to move pain out of my body, to allow the pain to be processed in a way that's healthy and fairly easy. So go ahead and give yourself permission to let this pain go. So I hope this video was helpful for y'all. I hope you're feeling a little more clear-headed and easier to think. If there are other EFT sessions you would like to see or follow along with, let me know in the comments below. Please hit that bell for notifications, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.